Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconology and Temple Architecture Perspectives. In the context, we are going to visit today Warangal, and that also for a very famous temple, Ramappa temple. You will be surprised first with the name. The name is that of the engineer or the sculpture or the person who had designed his engineer and executed it. So it is a name of the person who is responsible for developing this. The king was Ganapati Raya. Ganapati Raya was so happy when Ramappa constructed this temple that he gave his name to it. Now what was so special? Why he gave it? So let us see the special aspects of it. It starts right from the bricks. The bricks used for the shikhara floats on the water. So it's a special technology by which a stone is made like a foam and it is made a lighter weight. So what is the benefit of it? Because of lightweight, the weight of the shikhara was less. The foundation could withstand it. Number two, they used a sandbox technology. Now, what is a sandbox technology? It is a technology by which a hollow is prepared and it is filled with the sand and the pillars are erected from it. So, what happens when there is earthquakes or something? The pillars can sink, but they will never collapse. So that was seen when there was earthquake in 17th century where it destroyed everything except Ramappa temple. Is it so? Yes, there was some damage caused by it also. We can see once we go inside, the pillars are sink 13 centimeter down, but it has never given way. They are still taking weight of the temple. Then there are few more beauties in it. Carvings, yes, at lot of places. Here, one of the granite plate, they are bent. Now, what is this technology of bending a stone is something which we do not know. Then more than that, they also had few glorious things, like they had a hole in the granite sculpture by which a thread cannot go, but a thin wire can pass through it. Then many more things are in sculptures also, which we are going to see subsequently in the video. Now, because this topic is extensive, we have divided into three portions. One thing, exterior, interior and premises. So links are given below. Once you see all the three, then only your study of this temple is complete. Now, Rudreshwar means Shiva. It's a Shiva temple. Ramappa is a person who was responsible for construction of it. So it's a Rudreshwar temple. Then Kakatiya style was best at this time. They had two best temples. One is here and second is 1000 pillar temple at Warangal. Both are glory of its own. Now the temples are dedicated to Hindu god Shiva, located in Palampet village, Mulugu district, Telangana. It is 15 kilometers from Mulugu, and from Warangal it is 200 kilometers. Hyderabad to Warangal is 200 kilometers. There is an inscription here which comes in a topic of exterior, on which they are written that the general of Kakatiya ruler Ganpati Deva was Rudra. So he was also responsible in development or construction of this temple. Located in vicinity of Ramappa Lake, the Ramappa temple complex, which consists of three temples, and they are constructed between 1212 to 1234. So please note, they were constructed after Hoysala, that is after Ballur Hayabiddu, because lot of engineering style we are going to see here which are like Hoysalas. So what we feel, the styles are taken from Hoysala by these people because they are later temples. They are 1212 or 1213 versus Hoysalas are around 1100 to 1200. Now they are designed by Ramappa, after whom the temple complex is named. This is the only example possibly in India where the temple is named not by the king or by the god. Now Marco Polo, he was Italian visitor. He has visited Kakaria temple and he said this is the brightest star in the galaxy of temples. Now like that we know also another thing, which is the Samrat of the temples. That is, Idigi temple is called Samrat of the temple. Now this is called as a brightest star in the galaxy of temples. So that was his impression. You can imagine the glory of it at that time. Visera is a hybrid form of Indian technology, Indian temple technology that combines Dravidian and South Indian site. So both combined to make a Visera. Some people call it as a Chalukyan style also because they were first to introduce it, maybe possibly in Aiholi. We have got good videos on it. We have got some videos on development of temple also. They elaborate all these things. Now the layout is, that house is not very characteristic, but they looks like a inspired from Nagara. That is, Nagara is a North Indian style. The fusion style likely originate the Indian historical architecture school of Dharwad region because that combines, it is in between these two. It is common in surviving temples of the latter Chalukyas and Hosalas in the Deccan region, particularly that in Karnataka. According to Indian text, Vesara style was popular in central India, particularly between the Vindhya range and the Krishna river. And who will the main it was patronaged by the Chalukyas. They were the people who developed it. They have used Pattadkal, Aihole, particularly Pattadkal as their laboratory, and they had done a lot of experimentation. You can see all varieties of temples there. Do visit our site for this temple details. Now the other styles are Dravidian and Nagara Visera are the basic, then are the Bhumija, Kalinga and Varatha. These are the subtypes which slightly makes differences, particularly in the Shikhara. It is probably the only temple in the country to be known by the name of the sculpture, Ramappa. The medieval Deccan Ramappa temple, which dates back to 1213. The ruler was Ganapati Deva and Ramappa was his chief architect of this temple project. The Ramappa temple is right, that is by the construction is made by the king also, by the patronage of king majority, but there are many people who has donated for this temple and their all names are written on the inscriptions. The temple is situated in the Palampet village, I told you, near the lake, that is the Ramappa lake. The Ramappa temple has been referred as the brightest star, that is by the Marco Polo, and we are really proud of it because he has seen a lot of temples. He has traveled through India and then only he has come to this conclusion and he has reached to this conclusion. Right now the temple is beautifully surrounded by lawns. The gateway to the temple is nicely decorated by the peculiar cuttings by the plant. I will show you in our photographs that it is really good. And the speciality we have mentioned is about the bricks they use for the shikhara, which can float in the water. They have demonstrated it. Then there is also a raised platform, that is 6 feet raised platform, which is star shaped. Again a peculiarity of Hoysalas. The temple combines the crown with a shikharam and is surrounded by Pradakshina Patha. All around the Pradakshina Patha you will see beautiful sculptures. At the entrance of the temple we can find a Nandi Mandapam. It is a huge Nandi, big Nandi, and there are good photographs of it. You can imagine the size of it by people standing next to it. The hall in front of the sanctum has numerous carved pillars that have been positioned to create an effect that combines light and space wonderfully. So in spite you go inside, whether it's morning, evening, you'll find good light inside. Basically because there are good openings, and number 2 are the polished pillars which reflects the light. Same thing we have seen in Hazare Rama temple, Hampi, where the polished granite gives reflection and illuminates the temple inside. The star shape actually has come from the Hoysalas. And the stone they are used are of two types. Structurally, they are used red stone, that is a dominating. However, many pillars they are made are of the black granites, which you are going to see when we will see interior portion of this temple. The main structure, yes, that is the red sandstone. Sandstone glory is they are easy to mold. You can chisel it in a shape you want. Then the brackets of the brick basalt, which is rich in iron, magnesium and silica. That was a big advantage they had when they had constructed a musical pillars. Now musical pillar or musical structure is inside the sanctum. To the left side you will find a, we are going to see it when we will see inside, there is idol Sri Krishna, and if you hit the stone that will make a music. So as though the music is coming from the basari. The Kakatiya are notable for their delicate carvings, sensuous postures and elongated bodies. They were very tall. You can make out when you will go there, the steps are very heighted. Whichever Kakatiyas had 5 steps, now archaeology has changed it into the 10 steps. Then only people like us can walk over it. Otherwise it was very difficult to walk on that. They were very tall people and very strong people. The roof of the temple is built with the bricks, and there are also beautiful designs in the ceiling. One of the best design I saw was the hanging inside from the ceiling and had a dancing Nataraja on it, dancing Shiva on it. So it was such a beautiful, rarely you see any projection from the ceiling. So that's a wonderful art again. There are 2 small Shiva shrines on either side of the main temple. The enormous or the Nandi within it, the smaller temple has Nandi within the temple, while the larger Ramappa temple has Nandi Mandapam separately. They are all fairly in good shape. The temple has faced repeated war, earthquakes, then many variation in weather. In spite of that, it's fairly well preserved, especially an earthquake in the 17th century which destroyed everything, but the temple survived, and that has brought light to the sandbox technology, which was again used as Sri Ram Mandir Ayodhya. So it is, even today it was accepted as one of the best architectural style, and the lightweight bricks are used in skyscrapers. When the buildings are very tall, they want to make a light-weighted walls but strong. That is made with the same technique as that of this temple, which has done it 800 years back. The temple brackets are carved with mythical animals. They are combination animals, female dancers and musicians. The construction technique is with a sandbox. Then they also used sand, lime, jaggery and karakya. What is a karakya? Karakya is a black myromilan fruit. This is a black fruit which is sticky, and that gives a strength to the construction. This mixture acts as a cushion to protect the foundation from earthquakes or any jerks or any hits. The temple's cupola, that is Gopuram, is built with a light bricks that float in the water, that we are seeing repeatedly. Not only Shikharam but some other structures are also, they float in the water, and that is one of the best part of it. Now let's see from here you enter inside. Beautiful lawns. Now look at these trees, how they are cut and how they are grown. It looks really beautiful. It's absolute beauty how they have made this tree. Something different which I saw for the first time. Maybe it will be followed by many. Now you can see at close up how the tree is cut and how there is new branching to it, and which has given it a fabulous and different shape. A nice big lawn. You can relax here, you can close your eyes and you can enjoy the peace. Not much crowded. We went in the morning, that is true. After 11, there is a big rush. See, as the time is going, we start finding more and more people. Here we are finding it is in raised Jagati, almost 6 feet, and it is star shaped. Both findings are here. Now this is a temple adjacent to the main temple. Here also for the Shikhara they used floating bricks. But this was a pilot project. That means Ramappa has constructed it before. He constructed it in a smaller way. This is something like a small model, and from that he has gone for a larger temple. Look at the designs. This is on a smaller temple, so they are simpler and they are symmetrical. Now here we come to the entrance of the main temple. You can see 2 elephants welcoming you, and steps I was telling you. Look at this. Here you can make out where the earlier steps were and where the archaeology has made new steps. New steps are not of much flight, they are small. This is the adjacent temple. We told you that there are 2 adjacent Shiva temples. Now here something interesting. Now this is the walls. You can see here the designs are there. The designs are there. They are fairly symmetrical, and the uppermost plate you can see different poses of a Bharatanatyam. Here you can make out one thing. Kakadiyas were tall in height. Look at that, you can make out that they are tall in height. This is Ganesha. We can see it at the entrance gate. Now again the Kakatiyas you can find out here, the sculptures. And look at the ceiling. Ceiling shows some separation. That is because of the earthquake. It has loosened the structure, but it has never fallen. So that's the glory, that it has become loose, but it has not fallen. Here you can see combination of 2 type of stones. One thing is the black granite, and second are the red stones. Beautiful sculptures are here. Some gaps in the wall, they indicate loosening. Now here you can see some musicians, they are dancing. Then musicians are there. This is Lord Vishnu. You can make out from the whatever are their hands. Now look at this again. You are seeing the lowermost portion. There is Gajapatti. What is Gajapatti? Is a strip of elephants. Now here we are seeing, something about iconology. Hands are long. Look at ears. So these are the Jain Tirthankars. Their ears are large, then the hands were long, and they were strong, broad-shouldered. So here we are seeing some foreigners also here. That means they were regularly coming. This is another Shivalinga adjacent to it. This is, they allow here worship by anybody. You can go there and worship it. Left side is a foreigner, right side is the Jain Tirthankars. You can see the length of hand and the peculiar shape of the ear. Then again the uppermost plates, they depict or they indicate dancing females. Here there is a different type of foreigners. You can see from the style of beard, it is totally different. This is all representing social. Here you can see lowermost is a Gajapatti. Incidentally, they also tell you the direction in which you are supposed to move. Follow the elephants. You will go inside, follow the elephants, you will enter the sanctum, you will be welcomed by the Namaskara. Then follow the elephants, it will exit you. There you will get another lady who will give you prasad, that is the banana. So that is how you can follow the elephant. Then they will take you all around the temple. So that is a beauty, or the something in the mind of a sculpture to tell you how a parikrama is made. Some damages which was caused by the earthquake. the ASI department has tried to repair it. Actually, the first time in 1024 they applied for the UNESCO as a World Heritage. It was not rejected till 2019. They accepted, but their visit was delayed because of Corona till 2021, and that time we got this UNESCO World Heritage. Many people believe that this is the wonder in the world of the technology, of the type of the stones they have used, interlocking, floating bricks, then designing of this temple is all beyond understanding. How they have made it, they were great. Now once you come towards Sanctum Sanctorum, there are no designs. No designs. But if you look at the ceiling, you will get a lot of designs. Here now you are seeing this main sanctum. So above you are seeing Shikharam, and here you are seeing a Pratekshana Patha which is around 10 feet broad. Some stones have come out, that is the effect of earthquake. More we'll see when we are going to see the interior aspect of these temples. Now here also we have got, that time there was a sports existing like wrestling at present. We have got sculptures, we have got carvings of the boys playing it, and also there are umpires. Here we are seeing a mythical animal which is a combination of crocodile, elephant, peacock, and here we are seeing elephants showering Ganesha. So, to give you a more detail. So how beautiful they are preserved. Nothing has happened to it for so many years. We are giving you each and every corner of the temple, each and every stone of the temple. Look at the ceiling. Ceiling is also equally beautifully decorated. This decoration not easy to make in the stones. Now here again we are seeing elephants. This is for the ceiling, how beautifully they are decorated. Wonderful, wonderful. You will just appreciate it, and then at the end say, never seen before. So I was telling you that there are sculptures of the game called something like wrestling, where you can find umpires also in that. The Pansa, what you call, he is also there, and that game appears to be very popular at that time because they have done it as a sculpture. Elephant and a combined animal, imaginary, but they have shown it. See how they have made it. Interlocking of the stone technology is so fantastic that nothing has gone wrong in spite of so many years, so many, might be a major earthquake at 17th century, but that usually follows with some minor and major before and after. Aftershocks are also there for the earthquake. So this has withstood all these things. Beautiful, just beautiful. Look at the symmetry, look at the finishing. Again, these are the common man in upper stripe. If you see anybody with a sugarcane stick, it is usually a Madan, that is a god of love. Here, these are the dancing poses. So that was very common at that time. Beautiful decoration of design. The most I liked was from inside, on which they have got dancing Nataraja on it. That was the best ceiling design. This is again, we have completed one circumambulatory path, and we are coming practically at the entrance gate again. Here they are fairly well preserved. You can make out they are tall, and this is all steps of the dances which they are showing. Practically each and every stone of this temple is covered by us. We can make out Ganesha because of the entrance. Here left side you can see one construction going on. Actually they are going to create another Sabha Mandapam in the same style as that of this temple. So they have got all ruins, they got many pieces of stones, and they are going to construct in the same way. So they got here sand also. I went there, I saw that, and that sand they are going to use as a structural material, because they are going to apply again sandbox technology. Now here you can make out the earlier steps were very huge. Now archaeology department has made it easy for our people like us who can climb it easily. Two temples side by side you were seeing. Right one is the experimentation which we did, and left one is Ramappa, that is the final product. So right from the experimentation till the finishing, we can see here, see right side is the, both temples are surviving today. The right side temple they also used floating bricks. Here also they use floating bricks. And extreme right on the corner was a small structure which had inscription. Here we are seeing that green is covered for the redevelopment. They are redeveloping a Sabha Mandapam there, which was just like earlier. So more than 70% they say that will be same as that was before, and the construction of sandbox will be same as this temple. So many beautiful things I told you about this temple. You will not find in a single temple so many different glorious things. That's why the king was so happy that he has given name of Ramappa to this temple. Though he was sculptor, he was chief engineer. The Shikhara is of Dravidian style. You can make out. Visera was a perfect description, but going towards a tiered one like Dravidian style. And overall temple has got a Visera type, that you can say as the combination of Dravidian and Nagara, and some touch of the Hoysalas. Of course, Hoysala is a combined variety. They combine both the features. Beautifully surrounded by nature. This is the exterior, beautiful trees we are seeing. With that we are coming to end of this lecture. Please follow our links below. This temple is covered also as far as interiors are concerned, as well as outside the exterior temples are concerned. Together it will make a correct study. With that, let's finish this lecture here itself. I am Dr. Anil Joshi logging off. Till we meet next time. If you like the video, give us a like, share and subscribe. Till then, I am sure we'll meet again in next lecture. Goodbye, good luck and take care.